Chapter 781 Can this thing be refined randomly? Fuck. What the hell is this? Heavenly ginseng giant? When Yifeng saw a huge ginseng that was 100 meters high and 20 meters in diameter in the system space, his eyes almost popped out in shock. He never thought that the waste product refreshed today would be such a big guy. At the same time, he finally understood why the system refreshed only one, because this one was really big. Senior Guan. I want to ask you something. How big can the largest Guiyuan Tianshan that has appeared in the past be? After recovering from his shock, Yifeng looked at Guan Shanhai and asked. 10,000 years old. The largest Guiyuan Tianshan that has ever appeared is a 10,000-year-old one, more than 1 meter tall. Hearing Yifeng's question, Guan Shanhai immediately answered. More than 1 meter tall? What, is more than 1 meter tall enough to shock you? Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yifeng was stunned. He had never thought that the largest Guiyuan Tianshan that had appeared in the past was only 1 meter high. Master. I wonder how tall the Guiyuan Tianshan in your hand is. At this moment, Guan Shanhai couldn't resist his curiosity and looked at Yifeng and asked again. Bang! Yifeng casually slapped a magic ring on the table, and then said, Senior Guan, you may not believe it if I tell you, so you should see it for yourself. I won't believe it if I tell you? What's the matter, could it be bigger than I can imagine? Hearing Yifeng's words, Guan Shanhai also smiled helplessly, and then checked the situation in the magic ring. What? What the hell is this? How can there be such a big Guiyuan Tianshan in the world? However, when Guan Shanhai saw the 100-meter-high Guiyuan Tianshan in the magic ring, he was stunned, and now he finally understood what Yifeng just said. Such a large Guiyuan Tianshan, let alone hearing about it from others, even if I saw it with my own eyes, I couldn't believe it was true. Master. This is really too hard to believe. I really didn't expect that there would be such a huge Guiyuan Tianshan in the world. Moreover, it is no exaggeration to say that I feel that this Guiyuan Tianshan is at least 1,000,000 years old. The elixir produced can increase the lifespan by 1,000,000 years. If this news spreads, it will definitely make the God realm crazy. Because even if a useless cultivator can have a lifespan of 1,000,000 years, as long as there is no accident, then if he survives for 1,000,000 years, he will definitely become a top powerhouse. After recovering from his shock, Guan Shanhai looked at Yifeng with a shocked face and told him what he felt at the moment. Senior Guan. Then how many elixirs can be refined from this huge Guiyuan Tianshan? After hearing what Guan Shanhai said, Yifeng also asked with a smile on his face. 10 pills. No matter what year the Guiyuan Tianshan is, no matter how big it is, only 10 pills can be refined. Because, the older the Guiyuan Tianshan is, the more pills are needed to refine it, otherwise, it is impossible to refine it to the maximum age. Hearing Yifeng's question, Guan Shanhai immediately answered. Huh? Only 10 pills can be refined? So few? After hearing this, Yifeng was also a little surprised. Master. 10 pills are already a lot. Just like your 1,000,000-year-old Guiyuan Tianshan, it is not that you can increase your lifespan by 1,000,000 years by just eating a bite. You need to eat a lot to reach 1,000,000 years of lifespan. Moreover, if this Guiyuan Tianshan is swallowed normally, it can increase your lifespan by about 5,000,000 years, but if it is refined into pills, it will become 10,000,000 years of lifespan. Seeing that Yifeng was not very clear about the situation of Guiyuan Tianshan, Guan Shanhai also explained. So that's it. From this point of view, it's still cost-effective not to refine it into pills. I should have known better than to come to him. After knowing all these, Yifeng didn't want to refine the Guiyuan Tianshan into pills, but thinking that he had already found the other party and promised the other party a hard work fee, if he changed his mind now, it would be a bit too much. Senior Guan. Can these 10 pills be refined before dark? Then, Yi Feng looked at Guan Shanhai and asked. If the other party could refine it, he would choose to refine it into pills. If not, he would feed the Guiyuan Tianshan directly to the beasts fighting. Before dark? Master, your Guiyuan Tianshan is a million-year-old Guiyuan Tianshan that has never appeared before. It is no exaggeration to say that it is extremely difficult to refine it into a pill. Even I am not completely sure. So, even if I try my best, it will take at least a month. Hearing Yi Feng's inquiry, Guan Shanhai was also shocked, and then he explained. What? 1 month? I can't wait that long. After learning that it would take a month to refine the elixir, Yi Feng gave up the idea of refining the elixir. Master. 1 month is already the limit. If I really have half a day, I can only refine it randomly, but in that case, this Guiyuan Tianshan will be ruined. Seeing Yi Feng's reaction, Guan Shanhai was immediately anxious. After all, this is a big order of 100 million. If he missed it, he would definitely cry to death. Huh? Can this thing be refined randomly? Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng became interested. After all, if he could complete this transaction, he could get a free reward for wasting money. This arrogant young master, is he really going to do it? Although refining randomly can produce hundreds of pills, the lifespan that each pill can increase will be so small that it is outrageous. Even the lifespan that can be increased by all these pills refined randomly may not be as long as the lifespan that can be increased by swallowing directly. It can be said that if you refine randomly, it is definitely a losing business. Afterwards, Guan Shanhai told Yi Feng about these situations, because he found that Yi Feng seemed to have the idea of refining blindly. Senior Guan. Time is short and the task is heavy. You should start working quickly. After listening to Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng directly stated his decision. Did you listen to me at all? If you refine blindly, it will be a loss-making business, and it will ruin your family. Moreover, this is a million-year-old Guiyuan Tianshan. If you really refine it blindly, the loss of life will be enough to drive anyone crazy. Seeing that Yi Feng still chose to refine blindly, Guan Shanhai was about to go crazy. He really didn't expect that he had reminded him for a long time, but in the end he reminded him in vain. Chapter 782. Are you crazy, or is this world crazy? Okay. I have something to go out for. I hope I can see the refined pills when I come back. Ignoring Guan Shanhai, who was standing there stupidly, Yi Feng left the house directly after saying this. Brother Xia. Don't kneel. If you have this time, you might as well go out and make more money. After all, money is the kingly way. Seeing that Xia Yu was still kneeling in the courtyard, Yi Feng persuaded him again, and then left the courtyard directly. Brother. I understand what you said. But I really can't get that much money. If I had 100 million top-grade divine crystals, why would I come here to beg for anything? I can't buy any elixir I want. Looking at Yi Feng, who was leaving, Xia Yu also muttered to himself with a wry smile. After all, understanding is one thing, and whether you can get the money is another. Xia Yu. I have a small job here, and the hard work fee is 100,000 top-grade divine crystals. I don't know if you are interested. At this time, Guan Shanhai also walked out of the house, and then looked at Xia Yu and asked. A small job, the asking price is 100,000 top-grade divine crystals, is this the legendary rich and willful? Xia Yu was stunned when he heard Guan Shanhai's words. In his impression, Guan Shanhai was not a generous person, but now he was so proud of himself with 100 million yuan of top-grade divine crystals? Senior Guan. I'm interested. Let alone small jobs, I'll do big jobs. Although he was shocked by Guan Shanhai's change, Xiaoyu immediately gave an answer based on the philosophy that if you don't make money, you're a bastard. He even showed a flattering look on his face. After all, the other party is now his big money sponsor. Fuck. I didn't expect that it would feel so good to have money. It's ridiculous that I used to be so self-righteous and thought that it was an insult to me for others to ask me to make pills with money. If I could do it again, I would rather be insulted by them, and even beg them to insult me severely. Seeing Xiaoyu's reaction, Guan Shanhai felt so happy, and this feeling was something he had never felt in tens of thousands of years. A moment later. Fuck. What the hell is this? Is it the giant ginseng? When Xiaoyu saw the huge Guiyuan Tianshan that Guan Shanhai took out from the magic ring, he was extremely shocked. He really didn't expect that there would be such a huge Guiyuan Tianshan in the world. Xiaoyu. Don't stand there stupidly. Hurry up and cut this Guiyuan Tianshan into small pieces. Each piece should be as long as an arm. I must refine all of this Guiyuan Tianshan into pills before dark. Seeing Xiaoyu being shocked, Guan Shanhai also said with a smile. Senior Guan. As far as I know, it is not a simple matter to refine Guiyuan Tianshan into Guiyuan Tianshou pill. And the older the Guiyuan Tianshan, the more troublesome it is to refine. Can you really refine all of this Guiyuan Tianshan into pills in half a day? Xiaoyu is not a novice who knows nothing. At this time, he also looked at Guan Shanhai with suspicion. Under normal circumstances, I definitely can't do it. But I can refine it randomly. As long as you chop it fast enough, I can definitely refine all the Guiyuan Tianshan into pills before dark. Hearing Xiaoyu's question, Guan Shanhai also explained casually. Refining randomly? Are you crazy, or is this world crazy? After hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Xiaoyu couldn't believe his ears for a while. Senior Guan. Can we not play like this anymore? Others treat Guiyuan Tianshan, even the youngest Guiyuan Tianshan, with special tools, and cut it off little by little, for fear of making too many ginseng chips and causing huge losses. But now I am chopping it up with an axe, and seeing large pieces of ginseng chips flying around, I am almost heartbroken. After chopping for a while, Xiaoyu also said to Guan Shanhai with a distressed face. Do you think you are the only one who feels sorry? I am refining it blindly here, and my heart is almost broken. It can be said that although the flames are burning Guiyuan Tianshan, it is my heart that hurts. After hearing Xiaoyu's words, Guan Shanhai also said with great heartache. It can be said that this is definitely the most wasteful elixir he has ever refined in his life. What the two did not know was that the wasteful behavior that really made them collapse had not really started yet. As time passed, the sky gradually darkened. Finally, all the Guiyuan Tianshan were refined into pills. This nightmare is finally over. When Guan Shanhai refined the last batch of Guiyuan Tianshou pills, he collapsed on the ground as if he had fainted. Senior Guan. Why did that young master do this? This is simply a waste of money. It's no exaggeration to say that if this matter today gets out, it will definitely shock the entire God realm. At this time, Xiaoyu, who also sat on the ground to rest, also asked with a puzzled look on his face. Who knows? I can't understand the young master's idea either. But to be honest, even a prodigal son wouldn't do such a thing. After all, that's a million-year-old Guiyuan Tianshan, and the damage caused by such a blind refining is immeasurable. Hearing Xiaoyu's question, Guan Shanhai also shook his head and then responded. Senior Guan. Have all the pills been refined? At this moment, Yifeng's voice sounded from a distance. Young master. All the pills have been refined, and a total of 3,276 Guiyuan Tianshou pills have been refined. However, because the refining is a bit capricious, the lifespan that each pill can increase is different, but the total lifespan that can be increased should be about 4 million years. Seeing Yi Feng and a strange white-haired man coming from a distance, Guan Shanhai immediately stood up from the ground and then briefly explained the situation of refining the pills. Very good. Then we can enter the second stage of the prodigal game. After hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng directly said to Yi Xiaobai beside him, Xiaobai, let's build a small coliseum in this courtyard, and then set up a formation barrier to prevent the beast inside from running out. The second stage of the prodigal game? Set up a small coliseum? What does this mean? Guan Shanhai and Xia Yu, who heard Yi Feng's words, showed a look of confusion, and, for some reason, they inexplicably felt a little uneasy at this time. Chapter 783 You big stupid tiger, eat as much as you can. Roar. Roar. At this moment, two beast roars suddenly sounded, and two one-horned black tigers with the first level of true God realm cultivation appeared in the courtyard. Senior Guan. What's going on? Does this young master want these two rubbish beasts to fight? Then, will he propose a bet for us to participate in? Seeing the two one-horned black tigers that were released, Xia Yu also asked Guan Shanhai, with an uneasy look on his face. I don't know. However, if the young master really proposed a bet, I'm afraid that our top-grade divine crystals are not enough to lose. Hearing Xia Yu's question, Guan Shanhai also responded with an uneasy look on his face. After all, Yi Feng is a domineering young master who can easily give out 100 million top-grade divine crystals. How terrible would the bet be for a young master of this level? And the most important thing is, if the other party really invites them to participate in the gambling game, they dare not refuse at all, because the white-haired man who is setting up the formation barrier gives them an extremely dangerous feeling. Hua la la. Just as the two were whispering, a strange sound suddenly rang out, when the two turned around and saw Yi Feng pouring all the more than 3,000 Guiyuan Tianqiu pills he had refined onto the ground, letting the two garbage beasts swallow them crazily. The two were stunned. Young master. Quick, put away the pills. These are all Guiyuan Tianqiu pills. Even if they were made carelessly, the lifespan they can increase is extremely terrifying. It's no exaggeration to say that if any of these more than 3,000 Guiyuan Tianqiu pills were released to the outside world, countless people would go crazy. When Guan Shanhai reacted, he looked at Yi Feng anxiously and reminded him. Senior Guan. But the purpose of refining these pills is to feed them. Think about it, they are only at the first level of the true God realm, but they have a lifespan of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years. In this case, wouldn't it be exciting to let them fight? Hearing Guan Shanhai's persuasion, Yi Feng shook his head, and then excitedly expressed his thoughts. God damn exciting? Isn't this a waste of money? Hearing Yi Feng's thoughts, both Guan Shanhai and Xia Yu showed incredible expressions. They never thought that Yi Feng not only fed the rare and expensive Guiyuan Tianqiu pills to these garbage beasts, but also prepared to let them fight. This behavior is no longer an ordinary wasteful behavior, but a desperate wasteful behavior. You too. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Yi Feng, and I am an ordinary wasteful god. My pleasure is to spend money, and the more desperate the wasteful behavior is, the more excited and happy I feel. Seeing that both of them looked at him with an incomprehensible look, Yi Feng also introduced his identity seriously. An ordinary wasteful god? Do you have any misunderstanding about the word ordinary? If you are really an ordinary wasteful god, then wouldn't we be extraordinary, and shocking the ancient and modern poor? After hearing Yi Feng's words, Guan Shanhai and Xia Yu both shook their heads and smiled bitterly. You too. Tell the truth, do you think it is very wrong for me to spend money like this? At this time, Yi Feng looked at the two and asked this question. Young Master Yi. To be honest, the things are yours, and you are free to use them however you want. And we two little rubbish have no right to say anything. But since you asked, I really want to say that doing this is really a waste of money. It makes my heart tremble and it hurts me. Hearing Yifeng's question, Guan Shanhai also gritted his teeth and then directly said his true thoughts. Young Master Yi. Senior Guan is right. It is really difficult for us to feel the joy in it. Then, Xiaoyu on the side also said. Within 3 minutes. As long as their lifespan can be increased to more than 100,000 years, I will give you two a chance to guess. When the fight is over, whoever can guess the winning beast will be rewarded with 1 million top-grade divine crystals. After hearing the true thoughts of the two, Yifeng proposed an interesting guessing game. Guessing correctly will get a reward of 1 million top-grade divine crystals? After hearing Yifeng's proposal, Guan Shanhai and Xiaoyu looked at each other and rushed towards a divine beast, their faces even becoming ferocious. At this moment, they no longer thought about how many Guiyuan Tianshou pills these two rubbish divine beasts would lose. They only thought about one thing, which was to increase their lifespan to more than 100,000 years within 3 minutes. You big stupid tiger, eat as much as you can. If you don't eat hard, I'll blow your head off with one punch. Soon, Guan Shanhai pressed a unicorn tiger under him, then opened its mouth with one hand, and stuffed the Guiyuan Tianshou pills into its mouth with the other hand. Damn. This unicorn tiger is really against me, right? Your companion is eating hard, but you keep your mouth shut and don't eat a single pill. Isn't this delaying my takeoff? On the other side, Xiaoyu was anxious when he found that the unicorn tiger under him kept its mouth shut. Then, a ruthless look flashed in his eyes. He took out an iron rod from the magic ring and aimed at the rear base of the unicorn tiger. Roar! Soon, a miserable roar sounded, and the one-horned black tiger opened its mouth with eyes wide open and a look of pain. It never thought that the Shintoist on its body could do such a shitty thing to it. Ah! Just now I couldn't accept my wasteful behavior. Now, the attitude has changed 180 degrees. This is the power of money. Seeing this scene, Yifeng also smiled and talked to himself. My lord. Littlefoot wakes up. If there is nothing else, I will go and play with him first. At this time, Yi Xiaobai had already prepared the small coliseum and the formation barrier, and then came to Yifeng and asked. Go. Remember to be gentle to him. After hearing what Yi Xiaobai said, Yifeng also smiled and nodded. System. Whether it is the hard work of Guan Shanhai for refining the elixir or the reward for their guessing, it has exceeded the reasonable range of squandering. Then I will pay for the extra part out of my own pocket. Start consuming squandering points to exchange enough top-grade divine crystals for me. When Yi Xiaobai left, Yifeng gave the system an order. Chapter 784 What to do? I really want to see the two of them fight. 2 hours later. Ding. Congratulations to the host for completing today's wasteful product. Reward 1 million wasteful points. Reward Guiyuan Tianshan *100. Reward breakthrough of a small realm. Ding. Congratulations to the host for triggering 3 wasteful behaviors, a total of 5 million wasteful points, a total of 2 small realms, a random breakthrough scroll *1, and a Tianyan Jinma Tower *10,000. When more than 3,000 Guiyuan Tianshou pills were eaten by more than 30 garbage beasts, and after all the beasts fought each other, only the last garbage beast that won the final victory was left, the system's reward prompt sound rang in Yifeng's mind one after another. And in more than 30 fights, Guan Shanhai and Xiaoyu guessed correctly almost half and half. It can be said that they both won 15 million pieces of top-grade divine crystals. Boom. 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 Just when the two were still immersed in the joy of getting rich, 3 bursts of aura of breakthrough broke out from the side. God Emperor Realm 2nd level. God Emperor Realm 3rd level. God Emperor Realm 4th level. When the two saw that Yifeng's cultivation level directly broke through from the 1st level of the God Emperor Realm to the 4th level of the God Emperor Realm, they were all dumbfounded, because they really had never seen such a domineering breakthrough method, and, let alone seeing it with their own eyes, they dared not even dream of it. Now I have 3 random breakthrough scrolls in my hand, how about taking this opportunity to play with one? At this time, Yifeng also made a decision, and then used a random breakthrough scroll. Boom. 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 As Yifeng used a random breakthrough scroll, the breakthrough aura that had just subsided, once again surged wildly from his body. God Emperor Realm 5th level. God Emperor Realm 6th level. The peak of the 4th level of the Sacred Realm. When Yifeng's cultivation broke through to the peak of the 4th level of the Sacred Realm, the crazy aura of breakthrough gradually subsided. True God Realm, Heavenly God Realm, God King Realm, God Emperor Realm, God Emperor Realm, Sacred Realm, God Lord Realm, God Tao Realm, God Tribulation Realm. Hey! This time, I used the random breakthrough scroll to break through a major realm. I thought I could break through to the 4th level of the Divine Realm. After checking that his cultivation had only broken through to the peak of the 4th level of the Divine Realm, Yifeng also muttered to himself with surprise. After all, he had used the random breakthrough scroll before to break through 2 major realms. Senior Guan. Can you break through like this? Xia Yu, who had recovered from his shock, asked Guan Shanhai with an unbelievable look. I don't know. I haven't played like this. But I feel that this way of breaking through is simply awesome. If I can feel this awesome once, I'm willing to pay all my belongings. Hearing Xia Yu's question, Guan Shanhai also expressed his thoughts. Senior Guan. Your cultivation has already reached the peak of the 9th level of the Divine Tribulation Realm. It can be said that you have no room for improvement. Besides, you are now extremely rich. If you were really allowed to experience it, would you really be willing to pay for the more than 110 million pieces of top-grade divine crystals in your hand? After hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Xia Yu curled his lips and then asked directly. After all, if it were him, he would not make this deal even if he only had more than 10 million pieces of top-grade divine crystals in his hand. Fuck. I forgot that I am a local tyrant now. I thought I was a poor guy. After hearing Xia Yu's reminder, Guan Shanhai remembered that he had become a rich man from a poor guy, so he would not spend hundreds of millions of top-grade divine crystals to feel the pleasure of a continuous surge in cultivation. After all, only with money in hand can you enjoy more happiness. You too. Have you heard of the Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower? At this time, Yifeng walked to the side of the two and then asked directly. Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower? Isn't that a powerful artifact created by Han Guang? It is said that the reason why Han Guang was able to refine the Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower was because he got a great opportunity in the Tiandao battlefield, but no one knows whether it is true. But looking at the entire God realm, only he can create this powerful Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower. Hearing Yifeng's inquiry, Guan Shanhai also told everything he knew. Then what is so powerful about this Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower? After listening to Guan Shanhai's words, Yifeng continued to ask with curiosity. Young Master Yi. This Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower is not simple. It can suppress both Shintoists and divine beasts. Moreover, those who are suppressed in the tower will suffer the pain of being burned by the Tianyan flames. However, this Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower also has a fatal flaw. That is, it is a one-time powerful artifact. It can trap a Shintoist or divine beast with the 1st level of True God Realm, and it can also trap a Shintoist or divine beast with the 9th level of Divine Tribulation Realm. But no matter what level of Shintoist or divine beast is trapped, only one can be trapped, and then this Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower cannot be used anymore, and it can only trap for 1 hour. Hearing Yifeng's question, Guan Shanhai explained again. Senior Guan. How do you know so much? After listening to Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng also asked, with curiosity. Young Master Yi. I'm not bragging. I've been trapped twice. Because Hong Guang wanted me to make pills, I didn't pee on him, and then he used 2 Tianyan demon suppression towers to play with me twice. I still remember the pain of being burned by the Tianyan. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Guan Shanhai also said with a proud look on his face. You were trapped twice, and you're still proud of it? Seeing Guan Shanhai's proud look, Yi Feng and Xia Yu were stunned. Wait a minute. Senior Guan, this Tianyan demon suppression tower, can't it kill people? At this moment, Yi Feng suddenly thought of something, and then asked again. It can't kill people. This thing can only trap and torture people. However, as long as you can survive that hour, you can get out of the tower. Moreover, whether the trapped people will suffer from the pain of being burned by the Tianyan is also determined by the controller. After hearing this, Guan Shanhai also explained aloud. Senior Guan. He bullied you so much, why didn't you go to him to settle the score? After understanding these situations, Yi Feng also asked his last question. Go to him to settle the score? I dare not. That bastard has at least nearly 1,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers. If I really go to him to settle the score, he will definitely kill me. Hearing Yi Feng's question, Guan Shanhai also explained with a wry smile. Huh? That Han Guang only has nearly 1,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers? That's too few. I was thinking about giving the 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers that the system just rewarded to Guan Shanhai, and then let the two of them fight each other. Knowing that the other party only had nearly 1,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers, Yi Feng also showed a hint of disappointment. Chapter 785 Xia Yu, do you really have to be so dog-like? Wait a minute. I'm a spendthrift, so if someone throws one, I have to throw 10. If I throw the same amount as the other person, wouldn't it be embarrassing? Thinking of this, Yi Feng grinned, then looked at Guan Shanhai and said directly, Senior Guan, if I can give you a chance to take revenge, do you want to take revenge? Yes. I want to take revenge in my dreams. If Master Yi can give me a chance to take revenge, I will definitely go. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Guan Shanhai also answered excitedly. If someone else said this, he might not believe it, but when Yi Feng said this, he really believed it. The thing for revenge is in this magic ring. If you need it, I'll give it to you. If you don't need it, then just pretend I didn't say anything. After hearing Guan Shanhai's answer, Yi Feng handed over a magic ring. The thing for revenge is in the magic ring? What would it be? At this time, Guan Shanhai also showed a hint of curiosity, and then took the magic ring and checked the situation inside the magic ring. Fuck. This magic ring actually contains 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers. Does Master Yi want me to fight against that Han Guang? After seeing the 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers in the magic ring, Guan Shanhai had an extremely bold guess. Master Yi. You gave me so many Tianyan demon suppression towers, don't you want me to fight with that Han Guang? With an uneasy look, Guan Shanhai looked at Yi Feng and asked. We must fight. Besides, we have so many Tianyan demon suppression towers in our hands, what are we afraid of? If he dares to throw one, you throw 10, and if he throws 10, you throw 100, just for fun. Hearing Guan Shanhai's question, Yi Feng also said with a smile on his face. Throwing it for fun? Although he will suffer 10 times the torture, I will also suffer the torture. It is no exaggeration to say that this kind of revenge method of bombardment is simply hurting the enemy by 1,000 and hurting yourself by 800. After hearing Yi Feng's words, Guan Shanhai was completely dumbfounded. Senior Guan. Don't you like this way of revenge? If you don't like it, then I can't do anything. You just return the magic ring to me. Seeing that Guan Shanhai didn't respond for a long time, Yifeng also asked aloud. After all, if the other party didn't want to, he wouldn't force it. Young Master Yi. If I give up this opportunity for revenge, how will you deal with these 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers? After hearing Yifeng's words, Guan Shanhai did not give an immediate answer, but asked this question instead. How to deal with it? Although I have many ways to deal with it, such as buying 10,000 garbage beasts and trapping them for an hour. But I really want to see you and Han Guang fight each other. That would be so exciting. Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yifeng also lowered his head and pondered. He was thinking about how to answer the other party. Young Master Yi. If Senior Guan doesn't want these Sky Flame Demon suppression towers, then give them to Han Guang. After all, Han Guang doesn't need this thing. Even if he uses it up, he can still refine it himself. So, I think giving it to Han Guang is also a waste of money. At this time, Xia Yu, who was watching the fun, said his thoughts directly. Give it to Han Guang? If he has these 10,000 Sky Flame Demon suppression towers, then if he comes to ask me to refine pills in the future, do I dare to say no? Hearing Xia Yu's words, Guan Shanhai on the side panicked directly. You know, Han Guang now has nearly 1,000 Sky Flame Demon suppression towers. He has the courage to say no, because he doesn't believe that the other party will continue to use the Sky Flame Demon suppression tower on him just for a pill. But if the other party has 10,000, then can't he just use it for fun? Xia Yu. Why are you so mean? You know that Han Guang and I don't get along, but you suddenly came up with this idea. You are not helping young Master Yi to lose money, you are just trying to kill me. After recovering from his shock, Guan Shanhai used his spiritual sense to send a message to Xia Yu and started to curse him. Senior Guan. You can't blame me. The main thing is that I really want to see the two of you fighting each other. If I miss it this time, I'm afraid I won't have the chance to see it in my life. After hearing Guan Shanhai's curse, Xia Yu expressed his thoughts, and Yifeng would never have thought that the reason why Xia Yu came up with this idea was to see the two of them fighting each other. Fuck. This little bastard, just to watch the fun, he ended up cheating me like this? Is he still a human being? Hearing Xia Yu's words, Guan Shanhai was so angry that his whole body trembled. Wait a minute. Since he wants to watch the fun so much, it's normal for me to throw hundreds of them at that time. At this moment, Guan Shanhai suddenly thought of something, and then a sly smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. After all, if someone can accompany him to suffer together, then he can gain more happiness. Yifeng on the side would never have thought that in just a short while, Guan Shanhai and Xia Yu had already started to cheat each other. As for Han Guang, who knew nothing, it can only be considered that he was unlucky, because he had bullied Guan Shanhai before. Young Master Yi. I thought about it carefully, this revenge must be avenged. He likes to bully people with the Tianyan Demon Tower, so I will treat him in his own way and let him feel it himself. At this time, Guan Shanhai also looked at Yifeng and told him his decision. I was just worrying about how to let you fight against Han Guang. In the end, it was solved by Xia Yu's words. Hearing Guan Shanhai's decision, Yifeng's face also showed a hint of joy, and then he said directly, then let's go and seek revenge on Han Guang now. Ah. Young Master Yi, don't be so anxious. After all, it's getting late now, why don't we take a good rest first and go to settle accounts with him tomorrow morning? Hearing Yifeng's words, Guan Shanhai was stunned. He didn't expect that Yifeng was anxious before he was anxious. Okay. Then let's go to that Han Guang tomorrow morning to get revenge. After saying that, Yifeng walked towards the house in the courtyard. Senior Guan. That's your residence. After seeing Yifeng walk into the house and close the door directly, Xiaoyu also said this to Guan Shanhai with a confused face. Xiaoyu. What are you talking about? Isn't mine Yi Xiao's? Yi Xiao's is still Yi Xiao's. And it's my honor that Yi Xiao can like my residence. You know shit. Hearing Xiaoyu's words, Guan Shanhai also complained with disdain, and then dug a hole on the side and lay down directly. Chapter 786, This Broken Thing. Do you think you are the only one who has it? Yi Xiao robbed your residence, you didn't react, I understand this very well. But you dug a hole and lay in it, what kind of operation is this? Aren't you afraid that others will see you and bury you? Seeing Guan Shanhai lying in the earth pit and snoring, Xiaoyu also showed a bit of confusion. No matter. You sleep in the pit, then I will sleep in the pit too. I want to see how comfortable it is to sleep in the pit. Soon, Xiaoyu made a decision, and then quietly doubled the size of the pit where Guan Shanhai was lying, and then he also lay in it, and released his divine power to control the surrounding sand and soil, burying the bodies of the two directly, leaving only their heads outside. The next morning. Hey! I woke up early, because I was thinking about something. Anyway, I woke up, let's take a look at the prodigal products refreshed today, and then ask Guan Shanhai to find that Han Guang for revenge. Thinking of this, Yi Feng checked the prodigal products refreshed today. Today's prodigal product, Wooding Thunderstone *1 million, 1 million, Wooding Thunderstone, a special thunderstone in the Tiandao battlefield, which contains powerful thunder and lightning power. Fuck. No way. Give so little information again? Give more information and you will die. Seeing the little information given by the system, Yi Feng felt that he was going crazy, because it meant that he had to go out and ask people again. A moment later. Fuck. What the hell is going on here? Why do the two of them have this kind of habit? When Yi Feng walked out of the house, he saw Guan Shanhai and Xiaoyu both lying in a pit, and their whole bodies, except for their heads, were buried in sand. This weird scene made Yi Feng stunned. Huh? Young Master Yi, you're up. At this moment, as if he had noticed something, Guan Shanhai woke up in a daze. When he saw Yi Feng standing next to him, he also said this casually. However, when he found that Xiaoyu was lying in the same pit with him, and except for the head, the bodies of both of them were buried in the sand, his face was instantly filled with countless question marks. Senior Guan. You guys are really good at playing. Using the earth as a bed and the sand as a blanket, you won't alarm anyone no matter what you do, and it's also very secretive. You guys are really strong. At this time, Yi Feng, who had recovered from his shock, also gave Guan Shanhai a thumbs up. Young Master Yi. This is definitely a misunderstanding. I really don't know why this little bastard is lying with me. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Guan Shanhai wanted to cry to death, and then he hurriedly explained. After all, he couldn't let his innocence be ruined by Xiaoyu. Peng. Seeing that Yi Feng was looking at him with a half-smile, and didn't take his explanation seriously at all, Guan Shanhai turned his grievances into anger and kicked Xiaoyu next to him out. Fuck. Senior Guan, why are you so mad so early in the morning? When Xiaoyu, who was kicked away, fell heavily on the ground beside him, Xiaoyu also shouted angrily. Why am I so mad? Last night, I slept well in the pit, why did you come to me? And you buried your body in the sand? Hearing Xiaoyu's words, Guan Shanhai was furious and asked loudly. I just wanted to try what it felt like to sleep in a pit. Then I slept next to you. As for why I buried my body in the sand, I was afraid that we would catch a cold at night. Hearing Guan Shanhai's question, Xiaoyu shrugged his shoulders and then explained directly. Fuck, catch a cold. We are Shintoists, we are not cold at all. Also, if you want to try the feeling of sleeping in a pit, then sleep in a pit by yourself, why come to me? Hearing Xiaoyu's words, Guan Shanhai was so angry that he cursed again. You too. Stop acting, I'll just pretend I didn't see anything. Let's hurry up and find Han Guang for revenge. Looking at the two people who were quarreling with Yu Lai, Yi Feng also hurriedly persuaded them. We are not acting, we are really innocent. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Guan Shanhai was so aggrieved that he almost cried. Xia Yu. Since you have proven my innocence, don't blame me for throwing a few more Tianyan demon suppression towers, crooked. Thinking of this, Guan Shanhai grinned and then activated a designated space portal. Lianshan sect, outside the sect gate. Young Master Yi. This is the refining god sect where Han Guang is. If we fight each other later, we will trap each other, and the time of being trapped will probably be very long. If you have something to do at that time, leave first. After arriving here, Guan Shanhai looked at Yi Feng and explained the situation. After all, one Tianyanjinma tower can trap others for an hour, so 1,000 or 10,000 Tianyanjinma towers can trap them for a very terrifying time. Okay. I will leave after you fight each other. Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng also smiled and nodded. Han Guang. Get out of here. If you don't kneel down and call me Grandpa 100 times today, you will die today. Then, Guan Shanhai shouted at the refining god sect. After a while. Ha ha ha. Who was that? It turns out to be Brother Guan. What brings you here today? When Han Guang flew out of the refining god sect and saw that the person shouting outside was Guan Shanhai, he asked with disdain. Han Guang. I don't want to waste any more time talking to you. I'm asking you, will you kneel down for me today? If you don't blame me for taking action. Seeing Han Guang's disdainful look, Guan Shanhai looked at him with a playful look and asked again. What? Let me kneel down for you? Are you too proud or I can't throw the tower anymore? How dare you say such a thing to me? Hearing this, Han Guang's face also showed a hint of anger, and then he activated a Tianyan demon suppression tower. Brother Guan. Does the Tianyan demon suppression tower above my head look familiar to you? If you don't want to be trapped by it again, I advise you to kneel down and apologize to me immediately. At this time, Han Guang also looked at Guan Shanhai with a playful look and threatened him. Haha. Do you think you are the only one who has this broken thing? Hearing Han Guang's threat, Guan Shanhai sneered first, and then activated 10 Tianyan demon suppression towers. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. How can you have a Sky Flame demon suppression tower in your hand? When Han Guang saw 10 Sky Flame demon suppression towers appear above Guan Shanhai's head, he was so shocked that his eyes almost popped out. You know, in the entire God realm, only he can refine a Sky Flame demon suppression tower. Han Guang was so surprised when he saw 10 Sky Flame demon suppression towers. If he saw 10,000, wouldn't he be so surprised that he would doubt his life? Xia Yu, who was standing by, couldn't help laughing when he saw Han Guang's surprised look. What he didn't know was that just because he made a suggestion and slept with Guan Shanhai, he would have to bear thousands of Sky Flame demon suppression towers for Han Guang. Chapter 787. We were waiting to see the blast, but UF** King knelt down? Han Guang. Nothing is impossible. Besides, this broken thing is only a treasure in your eyes, but in Yi Xiao's eyes, it's just some garbage. Seeing Han Guang's shocked look, Guan Shanhai laughed and mocked. Garbage? You actually said that the Sky Flame demon suppression tower is garbage? IF** King, think you look like garbage. Do you really think that 10 Sky Flame demon suppression towers can scare me? Hearing Guan Shanhai's mockery, Han Guang was instantly furious, and then he activated 19 Sky Flame demon suppression towers again. Come on. Keep fighting me. Now I have activated 20 Sky Flame demon suppression towers. If you have the guts, keep following me. At this time, Han Guang also looked at Guan Shanhai with a sneer and mocked loudly. He didn't believe that the other party still had a sky flame demon suppression tower in his hand. Young Master Yi. Han Guang, this bastard, is a bit too arrogant. Please allow me to get mad and beat him. Facing Han Guang's shouting, Guan Shanhai looked at Yi Feng on the side and asked. If you want to get mad, just yell at him. Why are you asking me? I'm just joining in the fun. Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Yi Feng also revealed a look of confusion. However, although he didn't know why Guan Shanhai asked him, he still nodded and said directly, go and get him. Young Master Yi. Senior Guan is really a dog. He obviously didn't need to ask you, but he still asked you, which gave Han Guang a false impression that he was your man. Although it's just an identity, it's enough for him to be arrogant outside in the future. At this time, Xia Yu also came to Yi Feng's side and then complained directly. So that's what happened. I didn't expect that Guan Shanhai was quite good at playing. Hearing Xia Yu's complaints, Yi Feng reacted. On the other side. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Why do you have so many Tianyan Jinma towers? When Han Guang saw that the Tianyan Jinma towers above Guan Shanhai's head had increased to 100, he shouted directly, and his eyes were filled with disbelief. Fuck. I am the only forger of the Tianyan Demon Suppression Tower. If I let you bully me today, how can I survive in the God realm in the future? Since you want to play, I will play with you to the end today. I don't believe that you have more Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers than me. After recovering from his shock, Han Guang's eyes flashed with a ruthless look, and then he activated 180 Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers again, bringing the number of Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers under his control to 200. However, after the activation, Han Guang also showed a look of heartache. After all, he only had more than 980 Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers in his hands, and now he has used up 1/5 of them. How can he not feel distressed? Han Guang. 200 Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers, you can't scare me. Seeing that Han Guang had activated 200 Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers, Guan Shanhai first mocked him, and then directly activated 900, causing the number of Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers under his control to soar to 1,000. He was forcing Han Guang to use all the Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers, so that he could activate all the remaining 9,000 Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers. It's not that he didn't want to activate 10,000 Sky Flame Demon Suppression Towers right away, but he was worried that the other party would give up resistance after seeing it, and then he would lose a lot, so he had to lure the other party into the trap little by little, and then let the other party activate all the Sky Flame Demon Suppression Towers in his hand. Fuck. Where did Guan Shanhai, the bastard, get so many Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers? If I keep up, I will have to use up all the Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers. Thinking of this situation, Han Guang also showed a trace of struggle, because he really didn't want to waste so many Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers on one person. Han Guang. Can't keep up. As long as you kneel down and call me Grandpa 100 times, I will let you go today, how about it? Noticing that Han Guang on the opposite side began to struggle, Guan Shanhai also mocked again. Fuck. Who can't keep up? I'll fight you to the end today. Hearing Guan Shanhai's mockery, Han Guang also cursed angrily, and then activated all the Tianyan Demon Suppression Towers. At this moment, although he pretended to be powerful, he felt that his heart was bleeding. Ha ha ha. Since you have used all the Sky Flame Demon Suppression Towers, I don't have to hide them. After saying that, a dense number of Sky Flame Demon Suppression Towers appeared from behind Guan Shanhai, and then all flew above his head. Han Guang. Come on, let's fight. Although you have 1,000 Sky Flame Demon Suppression Towers, and I only have 10,000, I am slightly inferior in terms of quantity. But I'm not afraid, I must fight you to the end today. At this time, Guan Shanhai, who controlled 10,000 sky flame demon suppression towers, also looked at Han Guang arrogantly and shouted loudly. You have 10,000. I have 1,000. Then you said that you are slightly inferior in terms of quantity. Hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Han Guang couldn't believe his ears for a moment. He really didn't expect that the other party could be so shameless that he could even say such words. At the same time, Han Guang was also panicking at this time. He really didn't expect that the other party would have so many Tianyan demon suppression towers in his hands. After all, the number was 10 times more than his. Thinking that the other party could break out of the tower after being trapped for nearly 1,000 hours, while he would be trapped for 10,000 hours and would most likely suffer from the pain of Tianyan burning his body, he shuddered violently. No. Absolutely can't fight. I know the pain of Tianyan burning my body better than anyone else. If I am tortured for 10,000 hours, it will make me live a life worse than death. Thinking of this, Han Guang quickly made a decision, and then knelt down directly to Guan Shanhai. Kneeled? We are still waiting to see you fight, but in the end, you knelt? What the hell is this operation? Seeing this scene, Yi Feng also showed a look of surprise on his face. He really didn't expect that the other party would kneel directly. Brother Guan. I was wrong. From now on, you are my brother. If you tell me to go east, I will never go west. If you tell me to halabala, I will never puff puff. As long as you can bypass me this time, I will do anything you want me to do. After kneeling down, Han Guang looked at Guan Shanhai and begged. He would rather lose his face than suffer the pain of being burned by the sky flames for 10,000 hours. Chapter 788. You are all out of trouble, so you leave me alone in the tower? Kneeling down now? What about the agreed blast? Seeing Han Guang kneeling down to him and begging, Guan Shanhai was confused. He really didn't expect that the other party would be so cowardly. Senior Guan. Why are you still wasting your time with him? Just do it to him. Don't let young Master Yi down. Seeing Guan Shanhai standing there in a daze, Xia Yu, who was watching the excitement, also shouted out loud. This Xia Yu is really a troublemaker. Always adding fuel to the fire at critical moments. Isn't he afraid that Guan Shanhai or Han Guang will throw a few of them off target when they fight? Hearing this, Yi Feng also looked at Xia Yu with a playful look and muttered to himself. Fuck. You are talking without any pain in your waist. If you fight, I wonder if you can still say such things. After hearing this, Guan Shanhai and Han Guang started to complain crazily in their hearts, and then looked at Xia Yu with a look that wanted to kill him. Han Guang. These 10,000 sky flame demon suppression towers were given to me by young Master Yi for my revenge. So, I can't just let you go, just because you begged for mercy. At this time, Guan Shanhai stabilized his emotions and directly used his spiritual sense to transmit his decision to Han Guang. So that's how it is. Then can I ask you one last thing, that is, when we fight later, can you trap that little bastard who fanned the flames in? I'm really annoyed with him. After hearing Guan Shanhai's words, Han Guang asked again. He no longer wanted to know who Yi Feng was. He just wanted to trap Xia Yu who fanned the flames in. Guan Shanhai's eyes lit up when he heard this, and then he quickly said, okay, then I will throw 1,000 crooked ones, and you can throw 100 crooked ones. Brother Guan. Throw more crooked ones, and we can suffer less. Or, you should throw 2,000 crooked ones, and I will throw 200 crooked ones. Seeing that Guan Shanhai agreed directly, Han Guang also asked again, tentatively. Okay. Then I will throw 2,000 crooked ones, and you will throw 200 crooked ones. After hearing this, Guan Shanhai agreed without any hesitation. Boom. 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 After the two discussed it, they began to control the Tianyan demon suppression tower. They controlled and smashed it towards each other. This scene is quite interesting. You smash one of me, and I smash one of you. Seeing that both of them were controlling the Tianyan demon suppression tower to smash at each other, Yifeng also said in surprise. Young Master Yi. We can go now. There is nothing to see next. Soon, all the Tianyan demon suppression towers will be stacked like a pile of arhats, forming a huge Tianyan demon suppression tower. And every hour, one Tianyan demon suppression tower will lose its power effect. At this time, Xiaoyu also looked at Yifeng and said, Okay. Then let's go. I just happen to have something to ask you. After hearing Xiaoyu's words, Yifeng also nodded. However, just when Yifeng was about to ask about the situation of the Wooding Thunderstone, an accident suddenly happened. Fuck. What the hell is going on? Why are there so many Tianyan demon suppression towers flying towards us? When Xiaoyu noticed that some of the Tianyan demon suppression towers controlled by Guan Shanhai and Han Guang were flying towards him and Yifeng, his expression changed drastically and he exclaimed. Could it be that Guan Shanhai and Han Guang threw it off purposely? Seeing this, Yifeng was also stunned, and then he thought of his previous guess. Fuck. Master Yi, I'm screwed. The Tianyan demon suppression tower is targeting me these days. At this time, when Xiaoyu ran a few steps to the side, he found that the thousands of Tianyan demon suppression towers in the air also changed direction and continued to smash towards him. He realized something immediately, and then he shouted at Yifeng in a collapsed expression. He really didn't expect that he just came to watch the fun, but who would have thought that he would suffer this disaster? A moment later. Fuck. What's this? I haven't asked about the situation of the Wooding Thunderstone yet. Seeing that the three superimposed huge Tianyan demon suppression towers suppressed the three people in them, Yifeng also showed a look of confusion. System. All 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers have been played. Why didn't the prodigal behavior be triggered? Then, Yifeng thought of something and asked the system directly. Ding. Host, although Guan Shanhai used 10,000 Tianyan demon suppression towers to fight against Han Guang, this is not a wasteful behavior, because each Tianyan demon suppression tower is in normal use. As Yifeng's voice fell, the system's voice sounded in Yifeng's mind. Isn't this considered a wasteful behavior? After hearing what the system said, Yifeng also frowned slightly, and then continued to ask, the Tianyan demon suppression tower has been used up. If I destroy it all, will it be considered a waste? Ding. Host, the effect of the Tianyan demon suppression tower is to trap and torture people. If it is directly destroyed while trapping and torturing people, it will naturally be considered a waste, because it is equivalent to the power of the Tianyan demon suppression tower not being exerted. Ding. Remind the host, if the number of destroyed Tianyan demon suppression towers reaches 8,000 out of 10,000, the system will determine that it has triggered a wasteful behavior. Soon, the system's voice sounded again. That's good. It saves Guan Shanhai and Xiaoyu from suffering. Besides, leaving 2,000 is also a revenge for Guan Shanhai. After hearing what the system said, Yifeng directly called Yi Xiaobai over. Xiaobai. Destroy all the more than 700 stacked Tianyan demon suppression towers. Destroy all the 2,200 stacked Tianyan demon suppression towers. Destroy 6,000 of the 8,000 stacked Tianyan demon suppression towers. When Yi Xiaobai walked out of the space crack, Yifeng directly gave the order. A moment later. Huh? What's going on? How did I get out? When Guan Shanhai and Xiaoyu escaped from the tower, they both showed a look of confusion. Senior Guan. Brother Xiaoyu. I have destroyed all the Sky Flame demon suppression towers on you. As for Han Guang, although I destroyed 6,000 of them, I still left him 2,000 sky flame demon suppression towers, which can be regarded as revenge for you. And I am leaving too. Let's meet again in the future. Just when the two were confused, Yifeng's voice sounded from the side. When the two turned around, Yifeng had already walked into the random space portal. Yifeng was no longer going to ask the two about the situation of the Wooding Thunderstone. He was going to change places and find someone to ask. After all, the defeat of Guiyuan Tianxin had already dealt a great blow to the two, and he couldn't continue to hurt their fragile hearts. On the other side. Fuck. What are you doing? We agreed to fight, we agreed to be trapped together, and we agreed to endure the pain of the burning body of the sky flame together. In the end, you escaped by yourself, and left me in the tower? Do you want to be so stupid? At this time, Han Guang, who was trapped in the Tianyan Demon Tower, was also screaming in a state of collapse after discovering this situation. Chapter 789. Is this because you think your life is too long and want to give yourself a relief as soon as possible? Tianma Valley. Ding. The system detects that there are 3 big demons who kill without blinking an eye here. In order to let the host have fun, the host's breath has been completely blocked. The host can remove the blockage at any time. When Yifeng came to a valley through a random space portal, the voice of the system suddenly rang in his mind. There are 3 demons who kill without blinking an eye in this valley? Hearing the system's reminder, Yifeng also showed a hint of surprise, but when he saw many holes on the ground around him, the surprise on his face turned into curiosity. Little brother. Hurry, hide in here. At this moment, an anxious voice sounded from the left side of Yifeng. When Yifeng turned his head, he found that in a pit on the left, a middle-aged man with a dusty face was waving at him anxiously. Fuck. This is not an ordinary pit, this is a bottomless pit. When Yifeng jumped into the pit with a curious look, his body quickly slid down along the uneven wall of the pit. At this moment, he realized that this pit was not 1 or 2 meters deep, but bottomless. After sliding down for hundreds of meters, Yifeng landed steadily on the ground. Moreover, he found that there was an underground space 20 meters high and 300 meters long. Little brother. I don't know what treasure you used to shield your own breath. But you saved your life because of this. Because there are 3 big demons in this valley, if you are discovered by them, you will be finished. At this time, the middle-aged man who slid down with him also looked at Yifeng and said, By the way, how did you get here? Then, the middle-aged man asked with a curious look. Brother. I used a random space portal and appeared here randomly. By the way, what do you mean by the 3 big demons you mentioned? Also, why are there so many pits here, and what are you doing in these pits? Hearing the other party's question, Yifeng also explained, and then asked the doubts in his heart. What? You appeared here because you used a random space portal? I really don't know whether to say you are lucky or unlucky. After hearing Yifeng's words, the middle-aged man was also surprised, and then he explained, this valley has been occupied by 3 big demons who kill without blinking an eye. It can be said that these 3 big demons are cold-blooded and ruthless, and I don't know how much blood is stained on their hands. And the reason they occupied this valley is because there are a lot of dragon stones under the ground of this valley, and then they caught us here, and let us work hard to mine dragon stones every day. The most terrifying thing is that there are a total of 50 Shinto people here, but the 10 people who mine the least dragon stones every day will be directly wiped out by them, and then they will catch 10 more Shinto people back to make up for the missing personnel. There are 50 people in total. But he kills 10 people every day. This guy is really a big devil. After hearing what the other party said, Yifeng frowned slightly. Brother. Then you brought me to this pit. If you were discovered by those 3 big devils, wouldn't you be in danger? At this time, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, and then looked at the middle-aged man and asked, "Hey, what's dangerous or not?" For 10 consecutive days, the number of dragon stones I mined each time ranked 40th. It can be said that I have been hovering on the edge of death and have long looked down on life and death. But you are different. You have a chance to survive. While you are not discovered yet, hurry up and use the random space portal or the designated space portal to escape from here. Hearing Yifeng's inquiry, the middle-aged man also smiled bitterly and said, "For 10 consecutive days, I ranked 40th every time? In other words, if you are one place short every time, you will die?" Hearing the other party's words, Yifeng didn't know whether to say that the other party was lucky or unlucky for a while. This ranking was really too exciting. "Brother, I don't care about others, but you took such a big risk to save me, so I have to take you with me no matter what." Then, Yifeng looked at the other party and expressed his thoughts. "Little brother, I can't escape. All the people who were captured have been given a blood contract by the 3 big demons. No matter where we escape to, they only need to control the blood contract to wipe us out directly. So, don't worry about me. You should escape from here before they find you." After hearing Yifeng's words, the middle-aged man shook his head helplessly, and then told his own situation. "So that's it. System, contact Xiaobai and ask him to protect this brother secretly." After knowing these situations, Yifeng gave an order to the system, and then looked at the other party and asked, "Brother, have you heard of the Wooding Thunderstone? It's extremely dangerous here. I asked you to run away quickly. Then you don't hurry to escape, but you still have the leisure to ask me about the situation of the Wooding Thunderstone? What's the matter? Do you think your life is too long and want to give yourself a relief as soon as possible?" Hearing Yifeng's sudden inquiry, Song Hui was stunned. "Little brother, why don't you ask others if you can get out alive? If you are found by those 3 big demons, you will be dead." After recovering from his shock, Song Hui looked at Yifeng and tried to persuade him. "Brother, I want to escape too, but the problem is that I don't have any random space portals or designated space portals. I can't escape anyway, so I might as well ask something I'm interested in." After hearing Song Hui's persuasion, Yifeng started to talk nonsense seriously. It can be said that in terms of nonsense, Yifeng has reached a very high level. What? Both the random space portal and the designated space portal are gone? Can a person really be so unlucky? Hearing Yifeng's words, Song Hui also revealed a look of disbelief. After all, the chance of using the last random space portal in his hand to come to an extremely dangerous place is very low. Ah. Then there is no way. It depends on how long the treasure on your body that can hide the breath can last, and then during this time, let's look for opportunities to escape. At this point, Song Hui paused, and then continued, "I have heard of the Wooding Thunderstone. It is said that this kind of thunderstone is very strange. Although it contains powerful thunder and lightning power, it requires 2 Wooding Thunderstones of the same size to collide with each other to draw out the thunder and lightning power inside." Chapter 790 Brother Yi, you call this a little bit? Is this Wooding Thunderstone so magical? Hearing this, Yifeng also said in surprise. Isn't this the most magical place? The lightning power caused by the collision of 2 Wooding Thunderstones will form a lightning, and then strike a Shintoist or divine beast with the strongest cultivation within a certain range. Moreover, the larger the 2 Wooding Thunderstones that collide with each other, the stronger the lightning power will be. It is said that if the Wooding Thunderstones that collide with each other are 2 meters high, 2 meters long, and 2 meters wide, the lightning caused can even threaten the peak power of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm. At this time, Song Hui also told everything he knew. Is this Wooding Thunderstone so strange? The lightning caused by the collision can also strike people? After listening to Song Hui's words, Yifeng also showed a look of surprise. It was really the strangeness of the wooden thunderstone that far exceeded his imagination. Brother, if that's the case, this wooden thunderstone is useless. It can only be used to play tricks on people. After recovering from his shock, Yi Feng directly expressed his thoughts. No. It is indeed useless to most Shintoists or divine beasts. But for Shintoists who practice thunder-type magical powers or thunder-attributed Shintoists, it has great benefits. If they can be struck, they can absorb the power of thunder and lightning through special methods. It can be said that only when used on them, the wooden thunderstone can show its value. If it is used on others, it is a waste and a waste. After hearing Yi Feng's idea, Song Hui directly gave a different opinion. As long as it is not struck on a Shintoist with thunder attributes or a person who practices thunder-type magical powers, it is considered a waste? Then the three big demons in this valley are definitely the strongest. As long as they are not these two types of people, then if it is struck on them, wouldn't it be equivalent to a waste? Thinking of this, Yi Feng hurriedly asked, Brother, are the three big demons in this valley those two types of people? No. They don't practice thunder-attributed skills, and their magical powers are not thunder-type magical powers, but blood-type magical powers, so they are not those two types of people. Although he didn't understand why Yi Feng asked this question, Song Hui immediately gave an answer. Yeah. Not those two types of people? Then can't they just help me lose my family? Hearing Song Hui's words, Yi Feng gradually became excited. He really didn't expect that a random space portal would send him to such a good place. Brother, I want to ask you for a favor. After the matter is done, I will not only save you, but also give you a generous reward. I wonder if you are interested? Then, Yi Feng looked at Song Hui with a serious face and asked. What nonsense are you talking about here? It is no exaggeration to say that we are like two lambs to be slaughtered. Then, you said that if I do you a favor, I can rescue you and you will give me a generous reward? Not only humans, but even dogs, would not believe this. Can we have a clear understanding of ourselves? Hearing this, Song Hui was stunned, but seeing Yi Feng's expectant eyes, he nodded and agreed, and said to himself, Forget it, just help this little brother fulfill his last wish before he dies. Bang! Bang! Seeing Song Hui nod, Yi Feng took out two pieces of wooden thunderstone from the system space, and as the two pieces of wooden thunderstone fell to the ground, two muffled sounds also rang out. Fuck! How come this thunderstone flashing with green lightning looks so much like the rumored wooden thunderstone? When Song Hui saw the two 2-meter-high thunderstones flashing with green lightning in front of him, he also exclaimed in shock. Brother! Let me introduce myself. My name is Yi Feng. I am an ordinary spendthrift. So, I want you to help me spend my money. Next, let's each take a piece of wooden thunderstone and retreat 20 meters, and then directly fight each other. Seeing Song Hui's shocked expression, Yi Feng also expressed his own idea of spending money. Brother Yi. Stop it. This is wooden thunderstone, and it's such a big wooden thunderstone. Do you know how expensive this thing is? I tell you, in the eyes of thunder-attributed gods or people who practice thunder-related magical powers, this is a priceless treasure. Even if you are a spendthrift, we can't be so wasteful. After hearing Yi Feng's wasteful proposal, Song Hui also hurriedly persuaded him. After all, any normal person would not have such a wasteful thinking as Yi Feng. Brother! Who do you think is the strongest in this valley? Who will be struck by the powerful lightning when it is drawn? Hearing Song Hui's persuasion, Yi Feng asked this question with a smirk on his face. Hearing this, Song Hui suddenly thought of something, and then because of excitement, his whole body trembled slightly. Defeat. Must lose. Anyway, we can't escape. Instead of leaving this treasure to those three bastards, it's better to do something to them in secret. At this point, Song Hui also continued with regret, "It's a pity that there are not enough wooden thunderstones. It would be better if there were more." Fuck. You change your face too quickly. Who just persuaded me not to be so wasteful? How come you are like a different person when it comes to those three big demons? Hearing Song Hui's words, Yi Feng also showed a touch of surprise. Although he knew that the other party's attitude would definitely change, he really didn't expect that the other party would change so quickly. "Brother. If we are going to lose, let's lose it happily. Don't worry, I still have a little bit of this wooden thunderstone, enough for us to play with." After saying that, Yi Feng waved his hand, and 98 wooden thunderstones instantly appeared in front of the two people. Fuck. Brother Yi, do you call so many wooden thunderstones a little bit? And these 100 wooden thunderstones can collide with each other 50 times. Those 50 terrifying lightnings must have struck all the bitter tea seeds of the three big demons. Looking at the 100 wooden thunderstones neatly arranged in front of him, Song Hui also exclaimed in shock. He really didn't expect that this ordinary young man in front of him would have such a heaven-defying wealth. "Brother. In fact, I have 1,000,000 wooden thunderstones in my hand, but the space here is too small, I can't take them all out at once." So, the three big demons are not facing 50 lightnings, but 500,000. You said 10,000 less. Seeing Song Hui's shocked look, Yi Feng also said this with a smile. 1,000,000 pieces of wooden thunderstone? 500,000 terrifying lightning bolts? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Song Hui was completely dumbfounded. In fact, he really wanted to ask Yi Feng, "Are you sure you came here accidentally, and not here to strike them for fun?"